Hey guys, this is David Wall and Chris Kraft of Target Sales coming to you with a quick retrofit application video for Panasonic. Most of our models, outside of new construction models, are going to allow you to do this, actually being able to change the ventilation fan in the space. First, we're going to determine that the existing fan is less than 10 inches as far as the housing width. We're going to pull the grill down and determine where the truss in the ceiling or the stud is that the original fan is connected to. Once you've determined where the ceiling truss is in relation to the housing, go ahead and get your template out of the installation kit and trace off of that particular side, making sure to give yourself plenty of room in the available space above. Before you get too much further, definitely make sure you've disconnected the power at the main breaker. Once you've traced your outline of the template, grab a drywall or keyhole saw and go ahead and cut around that, giving you access to the existing fan housing. Once you've removed the excess drywall by cutting around the traced line you created using the template, go ahead and remove the motor and separate the existing housing from the ceiling truss, and then disconnect your power and ductwork. Now that we've gotten the original ventilation fan out of the way and cleared out the surface of our ceiling truss there, we're going to use our patented Flex Z fast bracket from Panasonic with a single hinge to fold and then go into the hole in the ceiling. When you use that leading truss to get started, fold flat, make sure the rails are lined up with the edges of our hole. We've got pre-drilled screws to drive in to that first truss. Now that we've attached the flexible bracket to this first stud or ceiling truss, we're going to extend it to the next truss in the opposite direction. Reach in and use the pre-drilled screws to attach to that stud as well. Now that we've permanently attached our flexible bracket to both ceiling trusses around the pre-cut hole in the ceiling, we're going to prep our new WhisperGreen for mounting. That's pretty simple. We're going to remove the two screws that hold the engine assembly or motor assembly in the housing and unplug from our junction box. Once you've done that, the whole motor assembly should slide out. And now we're ready to disconnect our ductwork adapter and junction box side of the housing. Once the motor assembly has been removed, there's one set screw just above the junction box that you're going to want to take all the way out. Once you've done that, the duct adapter and junction box side of the housing should slide off to allow for easy mounting in the ceiling. Wanted to make a quick note for those of you installing a WhisperGreen like the model we have here today. These red signal wires can be used as a third option to activate a hardwired, permanently powered fan. In our instance today, we're going to wire it through a traditional wall switch, so we're just going to use the black and white wires and then cap off the red signal wires independently. Go ahead and pull your conduit down out of the attic and wire that up through the junction box. After connecting your conduit through our factory supplied junction box, pull your T-fin down or ductwork and permanently attach that with silver tape and mastic. After connecting your ductwork permanently to the duct adapter, slide this side of the housing up into the hole in the ceiling, lining it up with one side of the rail. We're going to use the included hardware to drill in and permanently attach this adapter to the rail. All right, we've got the duct adapter and junction box side of the housing permanently affixed using the included hardware. And now we're going to slide the rest of the housing up and into the hole. We've got the rest of the housing in place. We need to make sure to reinsert our set screw, not only to make sure that the two housings are securely attached, but also to make sure that we have continuous ground. Then we're going to go to the opposite side of the housing and use the included hardware to tie into the other side of the rail. We are permanently attached to the opposite side of the rail or flexible bracket. Now we can take the motor assembly and slide that up into the housing, making sure to line up our duct adapter and junction connection. We're going to tighten down the two mounting screws once it's in place, and then reconnect at the junction box using the Molex plug provided. We've got all of our screws tightened down to our rail. Our mounting screws for the motor are retightened and installed, and we've reattached our Molex plug to the junction box. So all we have left to do at this point is to go ahead and snap the grill in place using the flexible springs provided. That completes this retrofit application tutorial. For more information, please visit targetsales.com or contact your local Target rep today. Thanks.